5,000 years ago, when most of the world's people were living in caves, there existed a civilization that believed itself to be close to God. A mighty empire whose kings were not considered human, but worshipped as gods. After their deaths, tombs as massive as mountains were built for them, and their bodies were preserved with the belief that they would live again. The question is, was this merely an empire, or the most dangerous power in history? This is the true story of ancient Egypt and the Pharaohs, the land that created a civilization. Ancient Egypt was born along one river, the Nile. While most lands were dry and lifeless, the Nile flooded every year, bringing fertile soil and life. To Egyptians, the Nile was not just a river, it was a gift from the gods. Because of it, Egypt became rich, stable, and powerful, while other civilizations rose and fell. This stability allowed Egypt to survive for over 3,000 years. The rulers of Egypt were called pharaohs, but they were not seen as ordinary kings. Pharaohs were believed to be half human, half divine. They were the link between gods and people. Their word was law, their rule was absolute, their power was unquestioned. To disobey a pharaoh was not just a crime, it was a sin. The greatest symbol of Egypt is the pyramids. Built over 4,500 years ago, the Great Pyramid of Giza was once the tallest structure on Earth. No cranes, no machines, no modern tools. Yet millions of stone blocks, each weighing tons, were perfectly placed. Historians still debate, how was this possible? The pyramids were not just tombs, they were stairways to the afterlife. Ancient Egyptians believed death was not the end. They believed in a journey after death, where the heart would be weighed against a feather. If your heart was light, you lived forever. If it was heavy with sin, you were destroyed. That's why Egyptians preserved bodies through mummification. The body was needed for the soul to survive. Death was feared, but also carefully prepared, for Egypt had many gods. Ra, god of the sun; Osiris, god of the afterlife; Isis, goddess of magic and motherhood; Horus, god of kingship. Animals were sacred, symbols were everywhere. Religion controlled daily life, politics, and law. To Egyptians, the universe had order, and the pharaoh was responsible for maintaining it. Power, war, and decline, 1200 to 1400. No empire lasts forever. Over time, Egypt faced internal corruption, weak rulers, foreign invasions. Assyrians came. Persians followed. Then Greeks, then Romans. Slowly, Egypt lost its power. The pharaohs disappeared, the gods faded, but the monuments remained. Egypt did not vanish overnight, it transformed. New religions replaced old beliefs, new rulers replaced pharaohs. But the legacy of Egypt lived on, in science, architecture, religion, and culture. Even today, the pyramids stand silently, watching history move forward. Ancient Egypt teaches us one powerful lesson. Civilizations rise with belief and unity, and fall with pride and division. History is not just about the past. It is a mirror for the present. If this story made you think, share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. Subscribe to Cross Cultural Insights for more deep stories from history, religion, and culture.